Welcome to the Hired Not Fired podcast, brought to you by The Real Me, the soft skills first talent solution that helps employers hire entry-level employees with better developed soft skills, such as communication, problem solving, or emotional intelligence. Join us as we sit down with hiring managers, talent leaders, and others and get insider tips to help Gen Z stand out and get hired. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome. I'm very excited to introduce our guest this week is Abbey Brewer from Alcon. Abbey is a dynamic leader in talent acquisition, currently serving as manager of university relations, early career, and onboarding at Alcon, where she oversees programs that support over 200 students annually. Abbey brings a data-driven, people-first approach to her work. A former nonprofit professional and onboarding expert, Abbey is also an avid trail runner, animal lover, and self-proclaimed true crime enthusiast who now calls Weatherford, Texas, home. Welcome, Abbey.
Thank you so much for having me, Deb. I'm really excited to be a part of the podcast.
Well, we are so excited to have you here. Let's start with telling us a little bit about Alcon. What does your company do, and who are you usually hiring?
Yeah, so if you are not familiar, Alcon is the global market leader in the eye care industry, an over $9 billion company. So we have our two different franchises, vision care as well as surgical. So you may be more familiar with some of our brands like Pataday, Sustain, Dailies, Total One. So we are the leader. So we put different devices into people's eyes to really help them see brilliantly. So at Alcon, our internship program has been around for a little while. We really like to bring in top talent for like R&D, manufacturing. We have a really exciting MBA commercial rotational program that we bring interns in for, HR, really across all the different functions. We're really excited to bring in interns, co-ops, and then we are launching an apprenticeship program actually next month. So it's really exciting to be able to have multiple interns across all the different functions.
That is exciting. And do you then use those internships as a base from which to recruit for open positions?
Yeah, absolutely. So we really see Alcon's internship program as that early career pipeline. So we really see them as Alcon's next future leaders. So we have three rotational programs at Alcon. HR, commercial, and then as well as R&D. But we really look to our interns and we really think about it like as a try to buy. Do you want to be here? Is it a good fit for you to be at Alcon? So that's really where we see it, and really hope that we can get our next future leaders from our internship.
Well, maybe you can tell me what makes a candidate stand out when you are looking to bring in a new intern.
Yeah. So at Alcon, we really like to meet students face to face. So we like to meet them at career fairs. We also have a very robust externship program where we bring in 30 rising sophomores to be a part of the program. And really what stands out to us is one, do you even know who Alcon is? And really knowing about what we do as a company and be able to connect to that mission of helping people see brilliantly. We're a big company, but we are a mission-driven company. And so we really want interns that are focused on that mission of helping people see brilliantly. And then beyond that, I would say that somebody that is focused on their communication skills, that's a really big one, especially for those technical roles. We understand that you're probably really proficient in what you do in the technical space,
Right.
but we want to make sure that you have those communication skills, the flexibility, adaptability, high EQ. We just want to make sure that it's a good fit, self-awareness, collaboration, team player. Those are really all of the skills that we look for. And again, we do like to meet students face to face. We think that it's a better interaction, and we are a company that believes in that collaboration.
Mm-hmm. I love how you emphasize the soft skills when you're looking to recruit, because we know that college students, they don't have a resume, a long history of work experience to choose from, but their soft skills really do show their potential.
Yeah.
What's a common mistake that you see early career folks do that you wish they would stop doing?
Oh my goodness. I see them taking on way too much and doing it all by themselves. I think as an early career professional, you really want to jump in and show, look, I can do it all. I'm the one for the job, but you get burnt out. And so I would say that the number one thing that I see them do is really honestly taking on too much, doing it by themselves, not balancing that work-life balance. So when I think about our interns and our rotational members, and if I get emails from them, 11, 12 o'clock at night, I'm always like, this is not university. You do not need to do this at this time of the night, and really try to help them understand those work-life balance. So I would say that that's probably the biggest one that I'm like, gosh, I really want you to learn this sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Well, sending a message, an email at 11:30 at night is one thing. My favorite when I was teaching in higher ed was when I would then get an angry email after saying, I emailed you yesterday and you didn't get back to me. And they emailed me at like 3 in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, right.
So we talk about soft skills. What's your take on, you can't look at the blogosphere and the online news without seeing a new article about companies disappointed in Gen Z soft skills, that they're not ready. How do you really feel about Gen Z's readiness with soft skills, and what do you want them to understand about any need you might see for them to develop soft skills, or do you think maybe they're already as good as they need to be? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I think anybody can be better at developing those soft skills. I really do believe it. And so I wouldn't say necessarily that they're bad at it, but I would just say that anybody can improve in it. So when I think about those soft skills, I know that we really have honestly a generation coming up that are incredibly intelligent. I just feel like everyone gets smarter and smarter, but really lacking those soft skills, like you mentioned. So I would encourage those early career associates to really think about, the communication skills and how do I come off to people, the collaboration, how do I become a team player? Sometimes I see that those students really lack in those skills in regards to the collaboration. And we know that they collaborate a lot because they're in different projects at school. The ability to be adaptable and flexible in corporate America, things change often, and so the willingness to be able to jump in and really understand that, okay, we can pivot and we can do things differently. The time management, you and I were talking about the time
Yeah.
management skills. That's a hard one, especially coming out of university, because when you come out of university, it's completely different than corporate America. And so I think really as companies, we need to help that early generation in that time management skills. And then also just like the self-awareness, I think that we can all be better at that. But definitely that's a soft skill that I think that students can really work on.
Yeah, that's great. Points well taken. Um, so before we end this first segment of the podcast, do you have a fun fact or a personal hiring story to share?
Oh boy, do I ever. I think that there's so many that I don't know if I could pick from one of them, but I will definitely say that I have met so many outstanding students. The ones that I really love is that they get really nervous at career fairs, really, really nervous. And so I have seen people nearly faint. I saw one guy who forgot his computer at the last place that he was at. He didn't even say goodbye to me. He just took off running. So
Oh,
in all reality, I'm definitely not making any fun of anybody because it is a really nerve-wracking experience. But to just take a deep breath. We're all humans. We're all in this together. But yeah, there's some pretty funny stories out there.
one of my favorite articles that I read recently is a trend of Gen Z bringing a parent along to a job interview. Have you had that one yet?
I have not. thankfully, but it sounds like it could happen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And stay tuned. We're going to have part 2 and we will continue the conversation. So we'll see you in a few days. And that's a wrap on part 1 with Abbey Brewer from Alcon. We talked about what makes candidates stand out, the soft skills that really matter, and the biggest early career mistakes she sees all the time. Hint, it involves too many late night emails. In part 2, Abby shares practical tips you can use this week to level up your job search, the one hiring trend she really wishes would disappear, and how to perfect your elevator pitch so you're not caught off guard. Part 2 drops on Thursday. Subscribe and follow so that you don't miss it.